Oh, that looks so beautiful. Okay, this is really, truly trust the process. Feels really good because it is very, very hot outside. This is the Strawberry Fields gummy candies, and I couldn't be more proud to be a Californian today. Hello friends. So I just grabbed gas. I'm on my way to Long Beach right now. We're going to the Bungalow, but we're going to the Long Beach Bungalow today. We're doing happy hour over there, and they just sent me the happy hour menu, and it's okay as far as the food goes, but there's also Popeyes right here across from where I got gas. So I think I'm gonna grab Popeyes on the way. I haven't had it in so long. I've been craving it. Every single time I've driven through this area in like the last year or two, which by the way, this is the closest Popeyes to me. But yeah, every single time I've driven by this area, it's been like late at night, so Popeyes isn't open. So I'm thinking I'm gonna grab Popeyes for dinner and just like eat it on the way, because why not? Can I get a 2-piece signature chicken combo? All dark meat, mild fries? I'll take the blueberry lemonade. So as you guys heard, I got the 2-piece combo. This is what I always get, all dark meat. Oh, that looks so beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm just stopping for like a quick minute to just like get this started. But they also had their blueberry lemonade, so I got that as well. I don't think I've tried this one. Oh, that's delicious. That's really fucking good. Just a quick bite. Oh my god, it's hot. Also, wow, they skimped on the fries. It used to be so much more. Oh no, I said ketchup. Shit, they gave me all hot sauce. The hell? I don't want to go back. It's fine, I'll live. That hits the spot. That's so good. I'm literally so happy right now. Just parked. I have a very, very simple outfit. This is just a little casual happy hour, but shorts are Abercrombie, belt is old. I have no idea where this white t-shirt came from. And then boots are from Beachy. Then I have my suede jacket from Bungalow and my Coach bag. I parked in 2-hour parking. It says 2-hour parking until 9. It's 6 right now, so I'm like wondering if I'm gonna have to move my car after a couple of hours. But I mean, once 9 o'clock hits, wherever I move it to, I can just like leave it there, I think. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be a super mellow night, happy hour, maybe grab an extra drink or two. My shirt is literally soaked right now with sweat. Oh my gosh. So we did happy hour at the Bungalow, and it was so funny. I was telling the people we were with later, I had driven to the beach earlier today, and I passed by the Wayfarer, which is a bar that I was definitely no stranger to in my college days. Like, I would go there all the time. Even like the couple years post-college, I would go constantly. It was just like one of those bars where I just seemed to find myself ending up fairly regularly-ish for a few years. And I passed by it today and I was like, I can't remember the last time that I was at the Wayfarer. That's nuts. Like, I can't believe I live so close to it now. Like, I literally live maybe 6 minutes away. But yeah, I was like, I live so close now, and I haven't been there in forever. So when we were at the Bungalow, one of our girlfriends was telling me, she's like, yeah, there's some people from one of the social groups that we do, and she was like, they're at Sevilla right now, and then they want to go to the Wayfarer afterwards. And I was like, say less. I'm in. Let's go. Let's do it. So we met up with some people at Sevilla just to start, and then from there we headed to the Wayfarer because they were doing, like, it was a rock band doing Y2K covers, and some of the songs they were doing were already rock, but some of the songs, like, they would do like Backstreet Boys but rock style, and it was so much fun. Like, everyone was singing and dancing. It was such a vibe. I had the best time. I was like dancing, I was scream singing. Lord knows what my voice will sound like tomorrow, but I had so much fun. I literally, like, I came back and I was like walking up and I was like smiling because I was like, what a great night. Like, I really thought that was gonna be like a super chill, mellow night, which I would have totally been down for. But yeah, it just turned into such a great time, which like reinforced for me something that I've been like doing lately, where I just like, I say yes. Like, I say yes to going out. I say yes to invitations. Even if it's like one of those where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for an hour. I've never said yes to an invitation to go out, especially to like something newer, but even just to go out in general, where I've regretted going out even just like for an hour or something. So tonight was like definitely one of those moments where I was like, man, I'm so glad that I said yes to going tonight because I had so much fun. I'm exhausted. My body hurts. My legs hurt. Like, in the last vlog, I don't think I've recorded my full workout, but I like maxed out on leg day, so my legs are done. And then you guys saw that we went to Mesa, and then I was actually dancing at Mesa. And so when I went to Pilates this morning, my legs were fried. The whole class I was praying she would do lunges, and she did lunges at the very end, and I was like maybe going down like 6 inches. Usually I'll do like a deep lunge, and like today I was like, nope, this is it. This is where I can go. My body was already tired, but I definitely got like a second wind once I heard Y2K songs playing. Once we got to the Wayfarer and I like saw the crowd and everything, I started jumping, I started dancing. Again, I was scream singing. My voice is already starting to fade. I can definitely hear it. But yeah, it was just so much fun. Definitely the best time. A surprise, but I forgot how much fun the Wayfarer is. And like I said, it was just a really, really good night. But anyways, I'm making myself some butter noodles because the whole drive home, that was all I was thinking about, was like, I'm gonna make some fucking butter noodles for myself when I get home. Oh shoot, they're actually done. So, but yeah, just a little reminder to you guys. I know that it's easy to stay tired and be like, I just want to stay home, but don't be afraid to say yes to plans. Even if you're only gonna like initially commit to an hour, do it, go. But anyways, I'm gonna go eat my butter noodles and get to bed because like I said, I'm so exhausted. I'm so glad that I scheduled a Pilates class for myself this morning instead of tomorrow morning, because I am gonna sleep in so late because we are going out tomorrow night. So I did in fact end up sleeping in, and I slept in a little bit too late. Oh my god, I didn't get out of bed until an embarrassing hour. I did work on like a project while I was in bed. Like, I was awake, but I just like wasn't ready to get out of bed. I did do like a couple productive things, like put together my lists for what I need for the week and stuff like that, but I didn't physically get out of bed until pretty late into the day. So we are kind of, I'm not on a time crunch, but I'm on a strict timeline right now because we're going to watch the fights tonight, and we're gonna go to Stag Bar, which is down at the pier. And I know they're gonna get busy, so I'm trying to get there early so that we can get a table and stuff. But since I woke up late, I didn't exactly give myself ample time to make sure I got everything done today that I need to get done. So I took Leo on my errands this morning and let him do a car ride, and then I took him on a hike. So he's had like a nice big long walk. It was like definitely a big hike because since I slept in and then I knew I was going out tonight, I was like, I felt bad. So definitely made sure that he got a really, really big walk this morning. It did feel good though to sleep in. I haven't actually like slept in a while. I mean, like, I've been getting up on the weekends at like 9, which I know to some people is sleeping in. For me, that's absolutely not sleeping in. But I usually get up around 9 or so on the weekends because on Saturdays I usually have Pilates, and then like Sundays I just like kind of naturally wake up around the same time. Sometimes I'm able to get myself to sleep in, but not every time. I'm like, what do I want to do for makeup today? Like, we are just like watching the fights, but I don't know if we're gonna end up going anywhere afterwards. Like how last night turned into a whole entirely different night than I originally thought I was gonna have. But I'm so excited to go watch a UFC fight tonight. I haven't done that in so long, you know, with like life changing and things like that. Unfortunately, the people that I did used to watch those fights with are no longer in my life. So it's been a little while, but I'm really, really excited that the girls were down for that tonight, and actually like enthusiastically down too. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like keep an eye out for the upcoming fights, and anytime it's like one I really want to see, now I know I can like make plans with them for it. Fight nights are back on the table. I'm trying to decide if I want to like redo my beach waves. Like I have some, but they're like almost worn out. And then if I do redo them, there is like a little beach waves TikTok tutorial that I saw that looked really, really good. Like I loved the way her beach waves came out. So I'm like, maybe I try that. Yeah, I'm actually kind of determined to, so I'm just gonna try to brush these out as much as possible. And I think I'm gonna redo them. And the beach waves technique that I'm gonna try is like really truly a trust the process situation, because when I like first watched her do it, I was like, that does not look like it's gonna end up looking good, but I was wrong. Her beach wave slayed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. So if that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup offline, and then we'll come back and we'll test out a new beach waves technique. Brushed out my waves as best I could. The sides really hanging on for dear life. And then I also went ahead and did a thermal spray. So for this technique that she does, the actual technique for the curler is the same as any beach wave. I'll do one regular just for a refresher, but basically when you're doing beachy waves, you're gonna take your curler and twist and then pull it down and then pull. So you want it thin like that. And then I like to pull on mine because I like it unstructured. So regular curl. And then what I'm gonna do is on the next one, and by the way, I should also say, when she was doing this technique, she was saying like you want your hair to have texture to it, but this is the part where I'm like, okay, this is really truly trust the process. So this feels so weird to do, but she said when you do the next one, you're gonna take out a thin strand, about that much, and leave it out. I mean, this might not be the best example because this is still got a little curl, but yeah, you're gonna leave it out, which is so odd to me, but her beach waves looked amazing. And like I said, it really truly was like a trust the process situation when I was watching it, because as like she first started doing it, because like her strands were straighter than the one on this side. I guess this side might have been the better example. Can I straighten you? There, like it was like such a stark difference, and I was like, is that actually gonna work? But like once she did her whole head, it truly did work. So taking another section, I'm gonna take a little strand, like that much, and leave it out. Again, so weird. And then curl as usual. On this one, I'm going the other direction, just so that my strands don't end up in like one big wave. And then it just kind of like blends into the rest of the hair. Actually, within those first two, I see the vision. Like it really truly is mimicking true beach waves. I'm gonna leave this out because this already fell out, so that'll be my piece. But yeah, it's actually mimicking a true beach wave more, because like, you know, there's beach waves where you can tell that they used a curler to create them, versus like there's beach waves that definitely look a little bit more natural. And this technique gives more of the natural feel with these like straight pieces woven throughout. It looks like I got back from the beach and my hair naturally gets texture, which it doesn't because I have Asian hair. But we're just gonna keep going. So another piece just naturally fell out. We're gonna go with it. On my curls, I always do the top row all going back as opposed to alternating on the top row. I like the top row to look uniform, and then underneath is where I like switch up the direction of the curl. So like, for example, this piece is coming from the middle. Then I'm gonna pull out a little strand, and this one I'm gonna curl forward. Also, the tighter you keep it when you're doing that technique, the beachier the wave gets, as opposed to looking like a structured proper curl. Okay, so again, pulling out a piece. This one I'm gonna go back. Then I like to shake mine out. It really does look like I spent the day at the beach and my hair just like curled from the salt. This was definitely one of those like trust the process, like really have faith in the process situations, but I think Girly was onto something. Also too, now I feel like less pressure to make sure that I grab every single strand, because I'm like, well, some strands are meant to not be in there. So this whole side is done. I'm just gonna fluff it a little bit, but that, I look like my hair air dried in Hawaii. And you would think that those like pieces that you didn't curl would be more obvious, but they really truly just like blend in. Okay, big fan. I feel like this front got a little bit too proper. It always does. Just gonna run it through like a straightener. And then the other side. First piece is normal. Second piece, pull out a strand. I gotta make sure I don't curl that later. It just like blended back into the rest of my hair. Actually, what I should do is pop all that hair back there so I don't mix it up. Kind of obsessed with this. It's the perfect undone summer waves. It looks so good, but this is also like one of the biggest cases of like really trust the process, because at first you're like, what do you mean pull out a strand and don't curl it? But it really works. Honestly, I can't think of a TikTok hair technique that I've tried that didn't work. Also, the more I like see my hair with a warmer blonde, the more I'm like, why have I been so scared of doing a warmer blonde? I think it's because, like, I've talked about this before. When you start going blonde, like if it's something that you really like, you just start to feel like nothing is ever blonde enough. So I think I just kind of got in that mindset, and it made me want to stick to like an ashier or like more neutral blonde, because that just is a brighter blonde. So it just by nature looks blonder. And I'm not saying that I won't go back to that. I probably will come like winter or fall, but like for the summer, I really am liking this like warm honey tone. I think it's so pretty, and I like the fact that my hair is like golden for the summertime. I feel like it's very fitting. And then I'm gonna fluff this side up. Yeah, all of those like strands that I didn't curl like really blend in, but it like gives such like an undone texture. A quick hairspray. Then I need to finish up my makeup. Originally I had a red top, but I'm just not feeling it, so just switched to this brown crop top. And then these are my Gap jeans. Then I'm gonna do my Timbs, just because we are going to the pier. If we wanna walk anywhere afterwards, I wanna be comfortable, and I've said it many times, these are my Vegas shoes. I could walk the entire Vegas Strip in these and be completely comfortable. So that is the outfit. And then gonna bring my Coach bag, because I'm actually gonna bring my little fan. I have been saying multiple times when I've gone out that I wished that I had brought this with me, and I remembered to do it today. So feels really good, because it is very, very hot outside. But anyways, my Uber is on the way, should be here in the next few minutes. So I'm gonna finish gathering everything up. I don't think I'm gonna bring a jacket. I think I should be fine. Now that I'm saying it, I'm a little bit nervous, but you know what? I think I'm gonna be fine. Just because, especially since I don't have a car, I don't wanna have to worry about carrying it. Well, it's not morning, it's afternoon. I woke up and immediately took Leo to the park. So we were over there for like almost an hour, and then we went to the pet store because he was out of food, so I actually need to feed him breakfast. But I also did stop by Trader Joe's really quick to like stock up on a couple of small things. I got another thing of my barbecue chicken salad. Hi. And then I was so excited. They have the dark russet potato chips. These are my favorites. I'm almost thinking I should have gone two, since it's been like spotty when they do have these, but at least I got one back. I mainly went in for creamer because I'm out, but the real prize was the gummies. So I picked up a few, starting with the beach day gummies. This is just a refill. I love these. They're so good. I always get them every summer. But the bacon and egg gummies are back, and I was so excited. Even the girl that was checking me out at the cash register was like, oh my God, these are back. I was like, hell yeah. So that you're aware, these are not egg and bacon flavored, obviously. That would be super weird. The eggs are actually mango, and then the bacon is cherry, and they're really, really good. And then this is a new gummy. I've been seeing this all over TikTok. This is the Strawberry Fields gummy candies. It looks like they're just like strawberry candies dusted with sugar, but I actually want to try this. I haven't eaten anything today, so the first thing I'm gonna eat is candy, but whatever. Free will. I haven't heard any reviews on these yet. I've just seen people like pick them up. Oh, it actually looks like there's two different kinds of candies in here, technically. So one is like a bigger one, and this is the sugar dusted one. And then this one, I mean, it has sugar on it just from like sugar falling off the other one, but this one is smaller and not dusted with sugar. So let me try both. I have a good strawberry flavor. It says it's supposed to be slightly sour, which I think is the bigger ones, but it's not sour at all. And then the small one. Actually, I expected it to basically taste the same, but they're like slightly different in taste and texture, but both really good. But let me go ahead and get the Stag bed. Today's just gonna be a chill day at home. I have a lot of things that I need to catch up on. Gonna do kind of like a weekly reset situation. I definitely need to clean up around here. It's getting out of hand again. I was originally thinking about making my breakfast biscuits again, but I did see some girl do a technique for meal prepping breakfast tacos, and that sounded really good. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm leaning towards the biscuits because I have a bunch of leftover spinach from the last vlog, so I was thinking I would like chop those up and put them in there. So a little bit of baking on this Sunday. All right, so it's much later. I tidied a little bit. Definitely didn't get anywhere near as much done today as I thought that I would. I got 100% distracted by my For You page. Things just got a little scary on there. I do want to say though, I know that I rag on LA a lot. I really do. But the Orange County LA relationship, you have to understand, is very, very much like a siblings relationship. We rag on each other, but we're the only ones allowed to do that. So watching what was happening today was just absolutely horrifying and heartbreaking. But I do want to say, because I know that I have some LA viewers, I am so damn proud of you guys. You guys stood up and you stood on business, and I couldn't be more proud to be a Californian today because of the Los Angeles. You guys were incredible. Keep up the good fight. I know that I don't typically get political on my channel, also partially because I like to try to be the type of channels that I watch, and a lot of the times I watch those channels for escape. On this one, I just felt the need to say something. I felt like I couldn't really do regular content without saying something. So if you've ever been curious what side of the line I fall on, I think that's pretty clear now. But anyways, like I said, I was able to get some stuff done, like I tidied, but I still need to vacuum and everything. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but the house is like in a spot where I can. So I like wasn't even thinking about dinner, so I just like freestyled something. I did use the, what is this, like the basil and garlic meatballs that I got from Costco, and like I said, I kind of freestyled a pasta a little bit similar to the one that I've freestyled before with the shrimp, but instead of shrimp I did the meatballs, and then I deglazed the pan with oil, garlic, and then added in some cream and let that cook up for a little bit. Then I added in a couple scoops of pesto and then about a half cup of bone broth just to stretch the sauce a little bit while also adding some protein. And then I added in my pasta water, and then I ended up using the spinach for this, so I didn't even get around to making my breakfast biscuits today. And then I finished it off with some grated Parmesan, added the meatballs back in, and now I've plated it, and then you guys know what's coming. Parmesan. But little taste test because I'm so curious about everything in this dish. Like I said, I freestyled the sauce. This is my first time doing this type of sauce with pesto. And then also I haven't tried the meatballs yet, but let me start with the pasta sauce. Shit, that came out really good. Okay, putting this on rotation. And I think you can do that with like chicken or shrimp also. I just so happened to have the meatballs and like I was scared that they were gonna go bad. Meatball. Those are good meatballs. So these are the Amy Lou, I think like the basil and garlic meatballs or something like that. Again, I got them at Costco in that Costco haul. Really delicious.